Good evening, everybody. Good evening. So much stuff going on. So much stuff going on. So, I don't even know where we start tonight. I don't even know where we start. You probably need popcorn. This could be it, folks. This honestly, this could be it. I had several different subjects that I was going to be talking about, and then all of a sudden, it was like my email and different resources were blowing up my phone, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" So it looks like Russia and Ukraine are really getting into it right now. Is it going to affect the United States? Well, possibly could. The thing is this is what they're doing a fast track with Ukraine for them to become a member of the United Nations, and as many people know, that if they become a member of United Nations, then it puts everybody into this conflict. There's no holding back. We're already in it in a roundabout way. But what I want to share tonight is to kind of talk about what's going on over there. Um, I had a whole different broadcast set up, but as I pulled up the live UA map, you can see by everything here, it is popping off like hotcakes. I want to say that Wagner mercenaries marched onto Moscow to target military top brass. Putin is on alert. The Parisian is crossing into Russia, saying they'll destroy anything and they'll go all the way. Um, Kremlin says he's basically starting a civil war and deploys troops, and there's chaos that's spiraling out of control. As you can see by the map, it is absolutely crazy. Just a couple hours ago, the Wagner troops to recall troops and to return to bases. General Sutton called them in and said to return to base. There's armor vehicles reported on the streets of Moscow. Also, the FBS opened criminal case against Evelyn Ipazin on civil enticement, disobedience, calling PMWC Wagner not to follow. It looks like there's a video here. Let's see if we can pull up the video if y'all can see it. Should be able to pull it up. Are they not going to let us? It's funny. A lot of my videos that are getting hits on them are because they will not allow us to see it in Russia, and Russia will cannot see us, which is very interesting to me. So it will not allow. But check that out. armored vehicles reported on the streets of Moscow. Right now, I cannot see the chat. We are broadcasting to both channels, OTWP TV News and OTWP Prepping. So if you'd like to come to the main chat, please come over to OTWP Prepping. The digital TV broadcasting has been suspended in several districts of Moscow, and the chaos is unfolding very, very quickly. I want to say that, there's so many things that are happening right now, and there's channels all over YouTube that are reporting about this. What I want to say is that one thing is there's fears of the coup in Russia, and they're growing this morning as Wagner Private Army Chief Yevgeny Podva declared war on Moscow's military leadership and claimed his forces have moved in to the Russian city of Rostov, facing no resistance at all. Military vehicles were seen on the streets of Moscow, where Russia's military headquarters for the war in Ukraine is based, and they called for an armed rebellion in a direct challenge to the Kremlin. Ferzan, or however you say his name, Pregazan, said his troops crossed into Russia as he called for the ousting of the defense minister and vowed to punish military leaders who he accused of killing 2,000 of his fighters. The Wagner chief said his forces would take all necessary steps to topple the country's top military brasses, declaring he will destroy anyone who stands in the way, that they're moving forward and they will go until the end. While he chained, while he claimed child conscripts on the ground offered no resistance to his troops, he alleged the chief of the Russian General Staff, General Valery, had scrambled warplanes and vehicles to strike his convoys. One thing I want to say regarding what my topic was going to be tonight, it was about the war and the things that are going on, but in a different aspect, right? In a totally different aspect, because NATO and the UN are really raising their ugly heads. The collective defense and Article 5 is what I wanted to talk about. The principle of collective defense is the very heart of NATO's founding treaty. And this is why I'm bringing this up. It's a unique and enduring principle that binds its members together, committing them to protect each other and setting a spirit of solidarity within its alliance. What this means, if there's an attack against one ally, it's considered an attack against all allies. So the principle of the collective defense is enshrined in Article 5 of the Washington Treaty. NATO invoked Article 5 for the first time in the history after the 9/11 terrorist attacks against the United States. NATO has taken collective defense measures on several occasions, including a response to the situation in Syria and the Russian invasion of Ukraine. NATO has standing forces on active duty that contribute to the alliance's collective defense efforts on a permanent basis. I think it's very important to realize the situation that we're at. They're trying to escalate Ukraine into the alliance. Then we have this situation breaking out today in Russia. Folks, I think that we are on the last chess move. The last chess move. There are so many articles coming in right now. It's unbelievable what's going on around the world. Let me see. Hold on a minute. There's another one I wanted to touch base on. I really wanted to touch base on way back how the United States went from the global referee to the global police, but we will save that for another night because so many things are coming in right now. Fast tracking them into NATO is a huge. It's going to be a huge thing. See, it is like a private club, and the master plan, as we all know, is to eliminate 90% of the world's population. And it seems that that may be right on track, folks. Um, there was a comment by ANP reader Johnny Schaefer. He recently put it on the new ANP story, and he told us why World War III is now unavoidable or even taking place because of the unparalleled placing of Western military assets in Ukraine. And if you think about the linkage between these situations, folks, we are in for a real bumpy ride. In about 2 weeks, there's a meeting in Africa to get everybody in BRICS um, off of the American dollar, and when that happens, that could be the final chess move. I feel that they're running out of moves, and the next move is going to be devastating to all of us around the world with videos such as the 1945 classic showing us the scale of destruction caused all across two cities in Japan and showing us total obliteration. And with the reports that over 450,000 people died because of those 2 days in those two cities alone, it is one of those things that we real have to realize that the weaponry now in 2023, over 75 years later, is way different than it was then. Way back then in World War II, right during it when they did the two nuclear bombs, it was something, folks. It caused a lot of devastation, but now they have these hypersonic missiles. And the thing that I really have to talk about being prior military is if you really think about this, what we're seeing is probably not even half of the show, right? It's they probably have a lot of things that we do not know or understand or have any idea what's going to happen. I want to say that we do realize that we're in a bad situation here in the states as we see everything collapsing around us. But if you really look at this, boy, I mean, they are firing it up over here. PMC Wagner's troops are entering Roston on Don. And so you can see they're not playing. The troops have stopped traffic on the road. And then you got these are all missiles. The Russian army shelled Dibov, Lushkin region, and Tosky. So, I mean, the airstrikes are unbelievable what's going on. The Russian forces are conducting offensive actions in Donetsky and Luhansk region. Ukrainian military had 30 combat engagements with Russian forces of the Luhansk region. And so, I mean, you can see what's going on here as I'm pointing to it. Let me see. Let's go in a little bit just to see, like, really to give you full effect of what's happening over there. I mean, it is crazy. Here's a major explosion reported, but they're tearing it up, and I think that this is going to be the breaking point. I honestly feel this is going to be the breaking point. I don't like to call dates or anything like that, but there's so many reports of the things that are going on around the world right now. Yep, I would say so, Grace. The thing is that we've always talked about the SHTF, folks. I believe that we've been in our own SHTF with everything that's going on. But a full blown nuclear war could be devastating to so many. And I hope that you have taken the nuclear videos that I put out over the last year and a half, that you've really taken to heart, that you've taken steps to prepare you and your family for what could be totally devastating here in the United States. Because all it's going to take is that one button push, and when the one button push, it will be exactly Dreaded Seeker. It will be the global SHTF, and it will be full blown. I don't think that there's any turning around because nobody wants to sit down at the table. Everybody just wants to keep pushing the buttons. I think that as we see this escalate more and more, it is going to be one of those situations where we have to realize that the United States has instigated a lot of stuff. And do you think, folks, that the United States is going to go without any type of situation? Here's a picture. Let me see if I can get it up there. For some reason, I can't pull up the video, but you can see they're just bombing the heck out of it. They don't care where, they don't care what's going on. They're just bombing the crap out of it. It's what they're doing. Um, but I think that the button will be pushed, and when the button gets pushed, we're going to see something like this here. And this will they'll be hitting our major cities first, and which mostly, as I've done the reports and I've done the research, it will be in places like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, places uh, that they know that we have these weak spots of, you know, many things going on right now. I mean, it's unbelievable. But we have, if we get hit by an EMP, that is going to put us into a blackout situation. Then all they would have to do is come back with some type of strike against the United States, and we would be in a whirlwind of shit. Is where we'd be. Um, we have been watching this. Let's take a look. Look at this. Oh, more military right there. Ukraine Defense Forces have partial success in advance. And the crazy thing is we've always relied on this map. It's been pretty accurate about what's going on. But I want to pull something up to see. I think that the United States knows exactly what's going to happen. I think that we have been bamboozled long enough, and I think, thank God, that we have many channels that. Oh shit! So they are going to be drafting people, folks. I just heard about that earlier today. I didn't know they already started putting them out. And this is the other thing is they're going to be fast tracking. They're going to be fast tracking people into the military that are migrants. So that's another concern if you think about it, because you know there's oh golly. Hold on, folks. Let's get to this other screen here. Let's see what's going on with the maritime. We've been watching this for a long time. Are they moving? Are okay getting set up? That's my question. Are we going to be struck from every angle, from the west coast, the south, the east, and the north? We know the southern border's open. It's a open invitation to come on in. But look, yep, look at there. Isn't that interesting, folks? Okay, we've been watching this for how long? And for the last 2 months, none of them were coming in that way, angled that way toward Los Angeles. And it looks like they're actually going straight down to Honduras. And yeah, son of a gun. They're going right into the southern part of Mexico, which is Guatemala, Colombia. You see that, folks? And we've been watching this. We've been watching them. They were all up here by the Aleutian Islands. Now they're making a dash with those ships down into this area right here. That's very interesting to me. I haven't looked at it today, but that tells me that we have something fishy going on. Literally, there's a key right there that we have a serious situation. Let me pull me down here in the corner so y'all can see it a little better. But we have been talking about this for months. We have been talking about this for over a year. And if you notice right there, I'm going to pull my cursor up here. Well, this is the thing, Brandy, is that they are doing this fast track for the United States military. The fast track is if you are an illegal migrant, you're not here legally, and you don't have a citizenship card or any green card or anything like that, is they will fast track you as a citizen if you will join the military. Well, I say somebody, we have been bought, sold out, and this is not a good thing. Now let's check that out a minute here. Hold on a minute. Don't tell me Nefarious. Oh, okay. I thought you meant Nefarious 68 was in the chat. And I want to give a big shout out to Kentucky Prepper 5. Thank you very much for the card I got today. I'll open that at another time. But look here, folks. You see where my cursor's at? Look at this. You see how they're all angled coming through now. They're taking the short path. They were all up here loitering, up here off the Aleutian Islands. And let's look up here by the Aleutian Islands. Oh, somebody. Yep. I really think that this is, I think this could be the final straw. And I don't call dates, but there's too much going on. And what do we got here? A lot of tankers that have moved in. And if you look over here at the coast, look at all those tankers sitting there. Now, I'm not saying, we've been watching this for what, 2.5 years. But what I will say the about the maritime is we watched all those ships get pushed away, right? We watched them get pushed away because they didn't want people seeing what was going on. And now, all of a sudden, those ships are all over the place and they're headed toward South America. And if we take this into consideration too, folks, what was it, 3, 4 months ago, I did that special about them for the very first time ever, ever. that they were doing exercises in South America. We also all should be aware that what happened down in South America is they are building highways. The Chinese is very active in South America right now. So there is a lot of things going on. I could sit here for probably 4 hours and watch more and more pick up. What I want to say to each and every one of you, what I would say is the best suggestion we could do is not spend all night on YouTube, not spend all weekend lingering around doing some bullshit. I would say put your boots on the ground. You've been putting off those things to get water purification, to get extra vegetables, to get extra fruit, canned foods, whatever. If you're on a limited budget, do those things today. Don't wait for tomorrow. I would say that, if we can make it, without something popping off here in the United States, I'll be very surprised. But the other thing is too is that we have to realize these little strikes have been happening to us. Little strikes, little things like the railroad, the food plants, the recalls. And it's like the dang frogs in the pot, like I've said for 2.5 years. It is like the frogs in the pot. Hold on, here's another one coming in. I'm going to talk about this in a minute. Reports of possible coup in Russia. Russia engages fortress plan, expecting external attack. This is breaking news at 4:52 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, June 23rd. There are numerous reports of military coup taking place inside Russia. Fortress to protect vital facilities, jam cell phones, restrict normal civilian life has been enacted in southern Russia and in Moscow. Rumors of civil war everywhere. The fortress plan implies an emergency gathering of police personnel and provides readiness to repel an external attack. New army recruits without much training. Now, I just seen that over there too. That anybody between the ages of 18 and 65, they got a letter and that they had to come to the military training post. And what kind of training are they going to get in about 2.2 seconds? Probably not a whole lot. I think that each and every one of us, yes, Grace, thank you for dropping that. Y'all, if you can't afford a lot, Grace Johnston, great supporter, great friend. We appreciate that you're here again. She just posted about the Dollar Tree. Folks, do what you can do, but do something. Do the dang thing on a daily basis. We also have this great new lab chicken. It's not chicken. That's not chicken. Chicken has two legs, two wings, and it flies around. Lab grown meat, and it's been rushed through by the current administration because they want to hit us from every angle, no food supply. Let me jump back to this real quick. There's so much going on that I'm just like, wow. Social media is lighting up with posts calling for military brass to be ousted and worst as shown below. My all patriots of Russia, true patriots of the country who know history and are not fans of the weak authorities and betrayed the interest of the state, come out into the streets. We'll find you weapons. This night, we will settle the issue of traitors and criminals that brought shame upon Russia. Their names are Shogi and Yaroslavl. Shogi will be hung on the Red Square and will lie in the mausoleum with Lenin. This came out today at 2:17 p.m. Apparently, the leader of the PMC, Wagner, he is posting public messages everywhere. He is claiming the Russian army deliberately fired missiles at camps of the Wagner PMC soldiers, killing several, and rumors are running wild that they're bringing 25,000 of his Wagner troops to Moscow to take out the military leadership. So this is about to get heated up. Then at 5:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they now are surfacing that Russian Intergovernmental Secure Communication Systems ATS-1 and ATS-2 have been taken offline, and they are no longer functioning. The ATS-1 is the Kremlin telephone communication for senior leaders in the offices of heads of the Russian Federation. The AS-2 hotline is similar, but it's used by deputy ministers, heads of departments, and main administrators. The Russian Spence is raiding the Wagner Center in downtown St. Petersburg right now. Local time there is almost midnight. Roadblocks are being set up outside of Moscow, and many Kremlin regime leaders live there. There's also at 5:35 p.m. there is a shooting that was reported in Moscow. They're hearing shooting near Moscow's metro station, the Russian opposition telegram posted. So there's a lot. There's a lot going on, folks. And I would say, yep, get right and get right now. I think the biggest thing, folks, is that each and every one of us needs to be taking and making footsteps to do the right thing. And thank you, Grace, for dropping that about the Dollar Tree. I hope that most of you have at least 30 days worth of food, water, and you need, yes, Grace, I seen that. I seen that, and I've been thinking about it. Um, I'm not much of a numbers person, but I do pay attention to a lot of things. And remember, folks, thank you, Grace. Keep dropping them, Grace. Drop it like it's hot. Thank you. Remember that each and every one of us, we've been on this channel together for a long time. We have prepared for a long time. We know what to do. And when the time comes, don't lose faith. Walk in faith, light, love, and hope, and know that it is all written to Telestai in Hebrew, paid in full by the blood of Jesus. Know that He is with us no matter what happens. I'm hoping and still praying that it doesn't. But with the way things are escalating and the current administration egging things on, folks, this is leading us to the last and final chess moves. How long will those chess moves be? Who knows? Could it be this week? Could it be today? Could it be tonight? You know, no one knows the time and the place except the players. And we are not the players. We are the onlookers. We are the ones that are going to lose family members and loved ones. What I will say is don't give up on people. Don't give up on yourself. No matter what comes at us, we were born American, we were raised American, and we're going to die Americans. God bless America. God bless each and every one of you. And we will be having an after party event because who knows, maybe we won't be able to have a lot of after party events at the OTWP prepping. So we will be holding an A-hole club. I'll be posting that. We'll have it tomorrow night for the A-hole and you, and I hope that we can all be together again. But remember, folks, don't go to bed mad at someone. Forgive often, love hard, and stand up for what you believe in, because we are Americans. And no matter what this country's done, God bless America. God bless each and every one of you. We, the people, demand something different. And if this is what it has to turn a new chapter and a new page, so be it. God bless you all from here in the Ozarks, from our little piece of heaven to wherever you're at. Make each and every day count. Until I see you again, my friends, if you see a pop up live with a red alert, always remember OTWP Mag. That means we need to get on here real quick, okay? I don't misuse and abuse that. So God bless y'all. This is OTWP signing out for the night. It's June 23rd, about 6:10 p.m. Hold the line in everything you do, and don't give up, and don't give in. Do the dang thing. God bless y'all.